2 years now, Tampa Bay has been one of the hottest housing markets in the country. But with rising mortgage rates and concerns over a possible recession, we all want to know what's next. And joining us now is Melanie Atkinson, a realtor with Smith & Associates. Thanks so much for joining us.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
How is the housing market right now? This is timely. I'm thinking about putting a house on the market, so I'm curious too.
Yes, I know. The housing market has been crazy. We all know how crazy it's been over the last couple of years. What I will say is that what we're starting to see is maybe the first steps to a more balanced market. The frenzy of, 15 offers on every single house,
and
regardless of condition.
Down, right?
The cash, all of that has started to lessen. And we were expecting that, so it's really not a surprise.
So does that mean that prices for homes are going to drop?
So that's a great question, because we just got our June stats in for our MLS, so in the Central Florida area. And in June, the prices actually went up 1% from May and 20% from June of 2021. So we have not actually seen the price decreases yet. But as we all know, as the inventory goes up, then and if demand goes down at all, then there'll be more for buyers to choose from, which might make prices go down a little bit, or maybe just not go up at the same rate that they were going up before.
So it's still technically a seller's market, then you'd say?
It's technically still a seller's market, and the reason why I can say that with confidence is that we still only have about 2 months worth of inventory here, and a balanced market is typically about 6 months. So we're still a ways away from a balanced market.
And so how do we compare in the Tampa Bay area to other cities like Orlando or maybe Miami?
So Orlando and Tampa are very similar. Miami is a completely different market because of what it offers in general, but the Miami market, Orlando market, pretty much any market in Florida for the last couple years has been really hot, and I think everywhere you're kind of seeing this same, touch on the brake.
Right. So for those looking to sell, if you had a few pieces of advice or wisdom, what would it be?
Yeah, well, sellers have had it so easy over the last couple of years. They haven't had to do very much. They have to pay attention. They have to do more. They have to make sure that they're pricing correctly. Don't just throw a price on there thinking that you're going to get a million buyers that are going to make offers. Prepare your house correctly, have professional representation, and make sure you're pricing it at market value.
And so what about the buyer now? Because they've had a rough time recently.
And that's the best news of all of it, is that buyers, especially the ones that have had a bit of a trouble getting houses under contract, are now more able to do that. So we're seeing less multiple offer situations, less cash offers. So regular buyers, and even buyers that are maybe doing FHA loans or VA loans with less money down.
First-time buyers.
First-time buyers. I mean, they need a break. Yeah, they definitely needed a break. So what we're seeing now is some of our buyers that were not successful in the last couple years are able now to actually get houses under contract.
Do you see mortgage rates coming down anytime soon?
No. I wish I had a crystal ball on mortgage rates. They definitely went up fast, and that was a challenge for buyers that all of a sudden went from, their buying power being X to, a lot less. Especially people who were building, who thought that the mortgage rates were going to be in the 3s, and now they're in the high 5s. So it's been a bit of a challenge to keep up with all of that. We're not expecting mortgage rates to go down, but just like anything, that can change.
One last question. Any hot spots in the Tampa Bay area? South Tampa probably. It's always a hot spot.
South Tampa has always been a hot spot. For a lot of the people that are relocating, Wesley Chapel is such a great spot. There's some really great schools up there. It's one of the neighborhoods that I get asked about the most, and I spend the most time in, partly because there's a lot of new construction up there as well. But the Tampa suburbs are definitely expanding.
Great. Melanie, thanks so much. I think you answered a lot of questions for us today. Thanks for coming by.
All right. Thank you so much.
Allie, I got a number of my questions answered.
Right? You were a lot of great info there. Thanks, ladies. Still ahead, protecting America's largest trees. We go live to California as crews continue to try